darling girls, welcome to the Lean Girl YouTube channel. Me and you are about to organize my fat loss friendly fridge, and in a way that is both practical and I'm hoping we can also make it look pretty. I have become an overnight expert on fridge organization because I have been watching so many YouTube videos on how to actually do this. And I feel like, unfortunately, a lot of them are not practical, okay? Like, we don't have 20 cans of the same thing. We have like all random size sauces. I'm not the girl who's going to be decanting all my stuff into new containers so that it looks pretty. So I really want this to be realistic. I do not have it all figured out, but hopefully by the end of this video, we are going to conquer this together and you are going to walk away with some practical tips on how to organize your fridge. And I'm going to be sharing my favorite fat loss foods too. So you are going to get an inside look into everything that is in my fridge. I have a just regular grocery haul. I literally have not planned to put anything in this fridge today. So it is already what's in there from the week before. And then I've ordered a couple of my regular groceries from Woolworths as well. So this is no BS. It's exactly the kind of foods that I eat. And I haven't planned out anything to have like beautifully color coordinated oranges, lemons, and something green like apples. Which I feel like this is what they're doing in the videos that make their fridges look so Pinterest vibes. It's because those are not regular items that normal people buy. So we're gonna start from the top. I'm gonna start by getting everything out onto the counter from the fridge. We're gonna do a nice clean out. And then I've got a couple of containers that I bought. This is the other thing. I feel like some of these organizers, they are ripping us off, right? Like, to organize your fridge, I'm not going to be spending upwards of like $5 grand. Like, that is just crazy shit. So I've got a few simple organizers that I bought off Takealot. I will link down below as to which ones they are, and hopefully we can make do with what we've got, and even some containers perhaps I already have. So we are gonna do it together, step by step, see how we go. And then, because this channel is all about food and fitness and building your best bod ever, at the end of this video, I'm also going to share my favorite fat loss foods in a download for you, so that when you're doing your fridge organization and when you want to know what are the best foods for fat loss, you are going to have a downloadable grocery list to go alongside that. So let's not waste any time. I'm actually going to time how long this takes me, because you know those things that you're like, I just need to do this life admin element, like cleaning out your fridge, but you're always like, I need a big chunk of time. So I want it to be realistic. Like, how long is this actually going to take us? And I'm going to share that with you. So let's get into the fridge. I'm going to unpack everything. Let's get started.
Whenever you call my name.
Okay girl, let's get cracking. First off, we are taking everything out the fridge and popping it onto the counter so that we can see what we are dealing with. Part of this process is also to check expiration dates and throw out anything that's been hanging out in the fridge that you know you are not going to eat. Then we're going to give it a bit of a spring cleaning, wipe everything out just with a cloth and some warm water, so we are starting off with a good, fresh, clean base. Now we are ready to categorize our foods. Your categories may be a bit different to mine based on what you generally eat, but mine were proteins, dairies and cheeses, deli meat, condiments and sauces, and then my fresh produce like my fruits, veggies, and salads. I also then had a few random items I wasn't sure about, so I just kept those on the side. Here are also a few items I got in my latest Woolies haul. I got some large freezer bags that I knew I wanted to use for my lettuce and my spinach. I also then got some hamburger rolls for my ostrich burgers later this week and some slicing tomatoes for my sandwiches. Then also a few extra proteins for the week. I love this ostrich sausage that I use for my Lean Girl burry rolls, and I'm obsessed with these marinated chicken breasts. They are so tender and flavorful.
Okay. Everything is out the fridge. Now that we have kind of put everything in some kind of order, which, don't panic, we'll still figure out more. I wanted to show you the containers that I got. So I already have these little drawer-like containers, actually, which I brought from Josie. And what's quite cool about these, they could either be a big drawer or there's like a divider in between. So these are quite nice for like loose fruit and veggies. I actually haven't used them as much as I should. I just throw random like leftovers in here. So we're going to use these to make some space. I think these were from at home. And then I got these babies on Take-A-Lot. So it comes in a pack of 6. And the key with organization, as I have learned, is that you really want to have some kind of item that you can contain things in, because if everything is just out there and like loose, it's very difficult for things to have a place. Once something has a place, or your stuff has a specific place that it should go, it's a lot easier to put back in that place, especially for husbands. Gilan, he cannot pack anything. Like, I'm like, he literally just top shelf in the middle, whatever it is, that's where it's going. So we're gonna have to teach the men how to use our system. So I'm gonna play around with these, and then I'm gonna start categorizing stuff. So instead of having, you know, one dairy item here, one dairy item there, we kind of want to group them all together into various collections. And then I will also talk you through some tips in terms of placement and where things should go depending on your actual fridge. So there is a science to this, girls. So the coldest things, the things that need to be kept the coldest, should actually go either in the back of the fridge or at the bottom of the fridge, because that is where it's coldest. Hence your meat and your fresh produce. Those are things that we want to keep fresh. The door, however, is not a good place for these things because it opens and closes all the time, so the temperature change can make things go bad. And then of course in like the main top of the fridge as well, that's also air's coming in and out. And if you're like me that just stands there and like looks for a good couple minutes, all the coldness is escaping. So I'm going to try and go with that theory, and yeah, let me try and start organizing these things and see how far we get.
So I often use shaved turkey, ham, or chicken in my wraps and my sandwiches. So having one place for all of these I think would be cool. By the way, round cut bacon is the leanest option. So grab this one and you can still enjoy smoky bacon for half of the calories. Next we are going to tackle the cheese. I decided to put them in a separate Tupperware so they don't get that dry nasty bit on the end. And then I'm also going to put this with my fat-free feta, which I throw into pretty much everything. Super low calorie, high protein too, with these cute baby bells that I also love as a snack. And then I have these low fat laughing cows which I put on crackers. And of course there needs to be no explanation for my cottage cheese obsession. Now onto the sauces and all things in jars. You may need to play a bit of a Tetris game here to get everything neatly into the containers, but try and get the tallest items at the back. Now moving on to my fresh produce, I'm going to be using these little drawer organizers to pop in any items I would usually grab a handful of. I saw this tip to lay down some paper towel to soak up any moisture, and these are also fab with any cleanup or any spill that happens. And now I thought to throw my spinach into a Ziploc, as I always tear the bag open and it tends to fall all over the fridge. I did the same with my lettuce, and actually this worked really well this week, so definitely recommend that you do this too. And our last and final step is now placing our organizers back into the fridge and seeing where things make most sense. You can play around here, and remember this is also not a face tattoo, so as you use your fridge in this new organizing style, you can also shift and move things around if you feel like it's not convenient. I try to put the things in the front that I use most, so I'm not digging around in the fridge when I need to find something. I also then decided to put most of my condiments back into the door, as these don't need to be kept super cold. By the way, this mild Nando's peri peri sauce is my favorite low-calorie sauce of the moment.
That's a wrap, and it officially took us an hour, which I don't think is bad. We actually did a lot. Like, if you just put on some cool tunes, do this, enjoy it, it is so worth it. The feeling, like, I am so energized right now, and like I feel like I want to just buy more things to put in my fridge, and I feel like I know where everything goes now, and hopefully so will my husband. Which, that is the key to all organization. When things have a place, they can actually go there. So I feel like it's practical. I think it looks beautiful. I'm excited. I should try to get my husband's reaction. He probably won't even notice that there's anything different.
Dun, dun, dun. Whoa! Wow. Those things really help, huh?
Simple,
Yeah.
but it works.
I think that's genius. I mean, it makes sense, right? That those drawers are colder for the meat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a couple of little Tupperwares and
Yeah.
stuff. So, eggs and bread. This is the space for leftovers. Any leftovers will go there.
Yeah.
So it's designated. Our little treats. Extra condiments and items that we don't use. Fresh fruit. Stuff we use for salads. Also little snacks that we can grab. Then this is all dairy and cheese and sandwich items. So like cold meat and stuff. And then we have those two little like salad goodies. So when you're making salad, you can take this whole goodie out. And then I also just compartmentalized stuff. So took stuff out of the packets. And then for our spinach that always goes bad,
Yeah.
put it in a nice thing. Yeah. And then the meat bottom. I think it looks good.
Nice.
What do you say?
Nice. Yeah. No, so that's great. So basically leftovers in the bottom drawer, veggies at the top. Cheese will go in the deep freeze.
Do you see what I'm dealing with?
Very nice. Thank you, honey. Thank you so much for that.
I hope that you loved the video. I hope that you put it into practice. 2 things before you go. Number 1, I promised you a fat loss cheat sheet download grocery list with all of my favorite fat loss foods. Obviously you saw some of them here, but you can get my entire grocery list for free down below in this video. And then, second up, if you are on a fat loss journey and you are struggling to get results, as I know so many of us are, I've been there. I basically dieted my life away for an entire decade. I want you to shoot through to my latest video that I did all on the 3 biggest mistakes that I made and how you can start getting results again if you feel like you don't know what to do next, you've tried everything, it's super frustrated, you're putting in the work and you aren't getting results. I really think that that video is going to help you. So I'm going to link it here. Check out that video. Happy organizing. Enjoy the shopping list. And I will see you back here in my next video.